Have you ever wondered how the way you masturbate affects your brain and mental health? Most people never stop to think about this, but what if I told you that eliminating pornography while maintaining the habit could lead to incredible transformations in your focus, confidence, and emotional well-being? Today, we're diving deep into the science of how pornography affects your brain, the surprising benefits of masturbation without it, and how you can transition to a healthier, more balanced approach. Stay with me until the end, because you might be shocked at what you learn. Let's start with the basics. How does pornography actually impact your brain? When you watch porn, your brain is flooded with dopamine, the neurotransmitter responsible for pleasure and motivation. At first, this feels great, but over time, your brain adapts, and it starts to require more extreme or novel content to get the same rush. This is called desensitization, and it's the same process that happens in addiction. Studies have shown that frequent pornography consumption can lead to reduced dopamine sensitivity, making everyday activities feel less rewarding. That means things like working on your goals, socializing, or even enjoying real-life intimacy can start to feel dull compared to the instant gratification of porn. But it doesn't stop there. Research suggests that excessive pornography consumption is linked to higher levels of anxiety and depression. This happens because your brain becomes dependent on artificial stimulation rather than natural sources of pleasure. Over time, this can lead to symptoms like brain fog, difficulty concentrating, and a constant feeling of restlessness. Many people who try to quit porn experience what's called a flatline period, where they temporarily feel low energy and motivation as their brain recalibrates. But the good news is, this phase is temporary. Once you allow your brain to reset, your dopamine levels start to balance out, and you begin experiencing more pleasure from everyday life again. So what happens when you masturbate without pornography? The experience changes completely. First, your brain isn't exposed to artificial overstimulation, which means dopamine levels rise naturally and gradually rather than spiking uncontrollably. This helps regulate your reward system and makes real-life activities feel enjoyable again. Without porn, masturbation becomes more about physical and emotional connection rather than a compulsive habit. People who quit porn often report feeling more present in their own bodies, less anxious, and more emotionally stable. Another major benefit is increased self-control. When you watch porn, it's easy to get trapped in a cycle of compulsive behavior, mindlessly clicking through videos, chasing the next dopamine hit. But when you remove the external stimulus and focus only on natural sensation, you develop greater control over your urges. This self-discipline extends to other areas of life, helping you stay more focused, productive, and in control of your emotions. Now let's talk about some of the most surprising benefits of masturbation without pornography. First, you may notice a boost in focus and mental clarity. With less dopamine overstimulation, your brain becomes better at regulating attention and staying engaged in tasks. Many people who cut out porn report feeling more motivated, creative, and driven. Second, you might experience a significant increase in confidence. When you're not relying on artificial pleasure sources, you naturally feel more in control of your mind and body. This can lead to better social interactions, stronger relationships, and even improved performance at work or school. Another key benefit is a healthier relationship with intimacy and attraction. Pornography can distort your perception of real-life relationships, making genuine connections feel less exciting or satisfying. But when you remove it, you start appreciating real attraction and intimacy again. This means stronger emotional connections, greater satisfaction in relationships, and a deeper sense of fulfillment. So how can you make the transition to a healthier habit? The first step is to reduce your exposure to pornography. This doesn't mean you have to quit all at once, but gradually cutting down your usage can help your brain adjust more smoothly. Identify your triggers. What situations make you turn to porn? Boredom, stress, loneliness. Once you recognize these triggers, you can replace them with healthier alternatives like exercise, meditation, or creative hobbies. Another powerful strategy is to practice mindfulness. Instead of rushing through the experience, slow down and focus on physical sensations. This helps retrain your brain to respond to real pleasure rather than artificial stimulation. You can also try a challenge. Start with 7 days without porn and see how you feel. Then push it to 30 days. The longer you go, the more benefits you'll experience. To wrap things up, let's do a quick recap. Pornography overstimulates your brain, leading to desensitization, reduced motivation, and higher levels of anxiety. But when you remove it, you allow your brain to reset, leading to better focus, increased confidence, and a stronger connection with yourself. If you're curious about what happens when you take on this challenge, I encourage you to try it out and share your experience in the comments below. And if you want to learn more about how your habits shape your brain, check out this next video. Click here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future content on self-improvement and mental clarity. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.